Welcome back to RuneScape League's Catalyst. We're getting Dragon Tier, Dragon Trophy, all that. It's gonna be very easy when we start with 200 points for 50 million Divination XP. Bringing us already over 59,000. So basically, less than 1,000 to go here. Easily done. How about we hunt down the remaining points here with a variety of hunter things. There's 30 points for catching 10 green salamanders. One of the skills we haven't really done a lot of the tasks yet. There's definitely a few that are easier than others. A lot of 30 points, but they do add up. The amount of creatures that we need to hunt is also a bit variable. We got our butterfly net, butterfly jar, and one snowy knight to capture for also 30 points. And we just release the butterfly. Goodbye. In the land of Puro Puro, there's 20 just completely random implings for 30 points. Unfortunately, a lot of the impling tasks don't work here. And by a lot, I mean everyone except for that one. We need to find a kingly and a dragon impling and a crystal impling, but finding those just out in the wild, not too common. In general, looking around for them, not really viable. Just need to kind of run into them at some point. But also we spend so much of our time just in the same places, like the Wilderness Flash events and AFK in one spot for most of the other skills. It didn't end up really having a lot of time running around in the world where a bunch of implings would be running past. So that really did not end up happening so much. Not going to be one of the hunter tasks we're going to be focusing on here, though. We got other things we could do. How about a spot of falconry? Got some spotted kebbits here. 10 of them for 30 points. And while we're here, we want to just grab a couple dashing furs for later. We've got one red salamander over here near the running altar for 30 points. Also a few more since we set multiple traps. No points for these ones though. Just the first one. And then it's over for another kind of salamander. This time black. 25 of them. 80 points this time. So that's at least an upgrade here. Makes progress towards actual numbers of points a little bit quicker when you're not getting 30. We still do technically have some 10-point easy tasks, so that's also something that we're not going to worry about right now. Definitely one of the larger quantities for a task here. We got some red chinchompas. Red chinchompas, carnivorous chinchompas, whatever you want to call them. 50 of those here in Kandarin. And that is 80 points. Just pick up all our box traps. Or you can just pick them up when they drop too. It's also fine. Good enough. Here's what we got that spottier kebbit fur for. A spottier cape. It's also a Varrock something or something. Whatever. 30 points. Wow. Here are some tasks that would have been a lot more annoying without the electrified traps. 10 Poyas in Isaftar for 30 points. Typically you would need to go and get a bunch of papayas and bring them all the way out here. Or get like a fruit bat. And then it spawns a bunch of papayas. or go and get the 200 points for 5-0. That's 50 million Hunter XP. We were close to that, and then we got it. But yeah, you don't need bait with the electrified traps from Invention. Apparently it doesn't work on some of the other tasks with the box traps. It does work for this though. Now we're just hunting the Gren walls. Unfortunately there's all these payas in the way. Could, in theory, get out the regular box traps and then bait them with some of the paya meat, and then that would also just only catch the Gren walls. But then we need even more paya meat and have to put the bait in, and it'd be an entire thing. We can just catch the Gren walls as they spawn here. Should be fine. There's the Gren walls done. 25 of them, plus all the payas that got in. Can't even just bait the electric traps in order to not have them get in. Not how it works. So we just ended up getting there eventually. Take the last one. 80 points for that. And that is all we needed here. Let's finish this goal in a big way with Big Game Hunter. Start and do some different strategies here. First round, we need to figure out exactly what we're doing here in terms of what bait. Whoa, walking around. It's a big circle. We're gonna need to deal with that. Current aggression, a little bit. Here was a very slow fight where we could not use all of our movement abilities. Zipping all over the place, constantly, supersonic speeds, with mobile and double surge and half rates, twice as often or whatever. Just gonna run over there, skin the arcane Apaterasaur. Got a bit of meat from the first one we were figuring out the frogs. There he is, 80 points. And then after slow, it's time to go fast. Honestly, that really was not faster. Because as much as we could go as fast as we wanted, we were really going for a task. Specifically, so we shoot down one hit of this dinosaur, go in, get our stuff. We will get some meat and whatever. We just want the points, really. 200 points. Never step into the vision circle at all. And that is the Catalyst Dragon Trophy. Look at our points here. 60,000 and 70. And that's the last trophy. That is all that. If we want to get all the rewards, which we kind of do, we need a little bit more points. We still have plenty of tasks that we can accomplish. Lots of easy points to get. Lots of other things could still do. We don't need to do everything at all. Like fighting all the different dinosaurs and getting caught by all the dinosaurs and stuff like that. Focus on things we want to do for points. And things that would help us in other ways. Like getting remotely viable in the other combat styles. Mostly necromancy. Because our current necromancy stuff is like level 40 weapons, and that's pretty much it. Really not gonna get the job done. Our first necromancy upgrade is gonna come from getting the tier 50 upgrade completed here. Had to go sober up Skippy to fight Mogres to get necromancy flippers, make an apple pie, fight some demons. But that should be good for our current task here. And all the things, we get told about the things about the stuff. And we have the lesser ensouled bars from earlier. That should be enough. Come over here to the Soul Forge. Make some tier 50 things. Yes? No? Deathguard? Have to have it unequipped. There we go. One Skull Lantern. Level 50. Doesn't actually really say anywhere anything specific. Okay, a piece of Death Skulls or Death Warden equipment to tier 50. We don't really have all the stuff for upgrading the armor. Haven't really been worrying about that just yet. Just making the weapons, realistically. We already are 120 necromancy, so we can get through it at some rate here, I guess. Level 60 upgrades. Went and fought some Ankus and some creatures in the abyss. Made a garden pie, a couple bone runes. And that is going to be everything we need for the next upgrade here. Learning stuff. It's going to be great. Take this here. Go make some new weapons. Upgrade. After upgrade here. Tier 60. Regular stuff. Insold bars. Also made those. Upgrade one piece. And the other piece is level 60 weapons. We're not really upgrading the armor at all, which is a whole thing. So, that's a problem. Or maybe we'll just not have to worry about it. Got the whole protection prayers business going on. Upgrade tasks. Nothing available till we complete the Spirit of War, which has a few problems. First of which, we can't even do that quest yet, because we need to do the prerequisite first. Saw this guy while doing this quest I need to do. Ghostly Impling. 80 points. Because I also went and got the full ghostly robes. Took a little bit. Worth it. Back to the quest. Oh, there he is. Vessel of the Harbinger completed. Get some lamps here. A couple souls. We don't need this experience at all. That's for sure. What we do need is all those souls. Because next up is the Spirit of War. And we need 3,000 souls for that. I think with the necromancy style relic choice, you got like all the things and all the souls or something. But we need 3,000. We have 481. So it's time to set things up for some powerful communion rituals. It really does take a bit to get all the things together to make all the things for necromancy. Getting all the necroplasm, upgrading it to make all the inks, getting the ashes and the water, and getting all the materials to ensoul, and getting the bones here. Frost dragon bones, in this case. Also do nicely. Get us a whole pile of the souls that we need. Specifically up to the 3,000. Also got the necromancy cape with bonus 60% just stored in the cape. Whether or not it's really worth it to make more ink, to make more multiply glyphs, to make more stuff, to make more things, is a different question. 224 souls added. Is that right? 40? 60? Not complaining. Anyways, let's get 3,000 here to do the quest. At least it's another 80 points for doing the powerful communion ritual. Technically, could have gotten everything by doing the smaller ones, but it's also more, so at least that's something. Here's Herman. Just got the roof out of the way here, my goodness. We've got some stuff here. Full protection from necromancy. Didn't bring our stuff, so we can't actually use like spirits and stuff. It's fine. Turn this back on. Dodge some things if we care about it. Soul split, a little bit of health back. It's also story mode, which is also easier, so that's fine. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna have any problems here. I think the super necromancy potion, also not really necessary. Oh no, he's got extra guys. Also helps. We have the level 95 prayer and level 120 necromancy. Even if we're just using super basic robes, and level 60 weapons are as good as you can have at this point, so at least we have that going for us. Finish this. And the quest fight counts for defeating Herman, Spirit of War, for 80 points. Amazing. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? He's back again. Look at that. Yep. And there's the quest complete. We get a chromatic plate for our armor we're not upgrading. Sure. Specifically though, we want access to the higher level upgrades for the weapons. For the highest levels of weapons here, we need to make some runes. And to make that easier, and to also get some more points here, we're going to learn how to craft moonstone jewelry for 30 points. And then just pop up to the smithy here, one of our teleports. We got our bar, we got a moonstone, we can smelt with special bars, moonstone bracelet, there. Give it a good old enchant. And that is a passing bracelet. We can rub this to the pool up here, or other spots, wherever we need to go. You can go here for fishing. Also makes banking the souls easier. Haunt on the hill. Over up this way. Wanna go do the owl quest for some points and stuff. And the gardens. I guess this is the one for rune crafting. Over here for the gardens. Up here where we can just zip over to the dark portal for making some runes here. So from this, just zip back and forth, make all the runes we need. Then we just need to go and do Healy's tasks. Killed 100 baby blue dragons to fill the soul urn. Now we need to do a Barrows run here with greater necroplasm on each of these sarcophaguses. One fun thing, since we got enough points for the easy combat diary or whatever, there's a portal straight to the chest, which is wild. So now we can search this, see if we get anything fun. Nope. Some tasks for Barrows stuff that we didn't get. Also, the prayer drain doesn't matter, because as long as we have the prayer on, it doesn't turn off, even if we lose prayer. We've also switched to War Priest equipment, since it's better than tier 10 necromancy robes or whatever. Now we just need to go make a pie. Specifically, it was a fish pie. Already had a trout and potato in the bank, so we just need to go get a cod. Easy enough. Big Nut Fishing in Catherby. And we take off our weapons. Upgrade. Tier 70. Both weapons here too, since we have the bars for it. Death Guard. And Skull Lantern. That is 80 points. The set to tier 70. Level 80 upgrades. We need to do some Slayer tasks. Just any monster on a Slayer task, so we did the easiest ones. And also, 1 kill at each of the God Wars Dungeon 1 bosses. Managed to get a Bandos War Shield and a Saradomin's Whisper. So, 50% of the bosses we killed dropped a drop for us. That's pretty good. Now, just need to grab out the bars and stuff we need in here. Bank is becoming a bit of a mess, since we don't really need to worry about it. Some of these, miasma runes. Take off the weapons. And it's upgrade time. Level 80 weapons. For fighting 1 kill at each God Wars Dungeon boss. We're also doing the tank set path upgrade here for the armor, because the power set is much more difficult, longer bosses, and we're not upgrading the armor anyways, so that would be a waste of time. One last upgrade to get. There's 200 points for 50 million Constitution XP here in the middle of a fight caves. For whatever reason, parts of getting all the things needed for this last necromancy upgrade task do not actually require necromancy. So I'm just doing melee. That's pretty good. Some of them do require necromancy though, so when did those two? Nearing the end here. After going to Scape Rune to get a blueberry from Evil Bob to make a blueberry pie, multiple kills at the God Wars Dungeon 2 bosses to get inert seals, a week worth of time advanced at the archaeology research table to get Zamarakian archaeology artifacts to fix up for the fixing the seals, 10 crystal keys at the Prifnus crystal chest, made 50 more miasma runes, got burnt by some dragons, did a Reaper task at the fight kiln, did Jad, got an onyx from said fight kiln earlier to put it into the pulsating onyx. All of that. We're finally done. About my task, current task, I have all the things. So many things. And honestly, that is still easier than all the bosses required for the power armor level 90 situation. Still a lot of work though. There we go. We've learned the things. So you grab some bars, some runes, all kinds of different everything here. Go over to the Soul Forge. Make tier 90 Skull Lantern and tier 90 Death Guard for 200 points. So we're doing this with all our melee armor. Still. Decent weapons, but we have no necromancy armor. I'm sure that's gonna be fine. Just a few things we need to do with necromancy. And we should probably also check the talent system, because we should have a few more there. We're definitely missing a few things. Some tasks related to that, so we might be slightly more picky about what we choose, but yeah. That is an actually usable second combat style, essentially. Range of magic, we're still rocking the Sun Spear, so yeah. That should be enough in many different ways to go do a bit of bossing. Get some of the last points we need here. Next time. Goodbye.